Look at all this loot! DJ, none for you! Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I like all things modular, and I'm a shameless fan of free stuff, so I'm particularly fond of free modular stuff. And when this particular item first showed up online, it took a good deal of restraint to not just buy it outright, but it was a little bit pricey, so I decided to hold off until my willpower gave out, and it was just about there when NFStrike reached out and said, hey, would you like this thing? And I said, yes, I would. So here it is, my new heavy armor helmet. And this thing is fantastic. It, as you can tell, has a very distinct Mandalorian or clone trooper look to it. Late era clone trooper design. I don't know how well the design is really showing up in the glare of the lights, but this thing is lovely. In the pictures, the visor was plexiglass, which I was not a fan of because I will fog those things in an instant no matter what I try. I've tried every anti-fog chemical known to man, and it just doesn't help. But it ended up coming with a mesh visor, which makes me super, super happy. It then also has mesh here for better ventilation, and the nifty, super nifty feature, the visor opens up. Oh yes, the visor opens up, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can, drink and eat without having to take the helmet off, which is lovely. Now, I have already taken advantage of the modular nature of it and added some stuff. So these ear plates are not stock. They don't come with it. They attach to this, it's not exactly rail, it's kind of a reverse rail groove that you can then slide different attachment points into. So the points that the cheek plates, or the ear plates, attached to are slid into that. And I was expecting the plates to be rigid, but they are in fact heavy rubber, which is kind of neat. I think it transfers sound better. I could be wrong about that, but I then in fact attached them directly to the faceplate because the way the faceplate visor worked, it was getting pulled up slightly, so you were losing part of the field of vision because the helmet was a little bit too low. But by attaching it to the cheek plates, just by putting a screw in from the inside, that alleviated that issue. I then was able to get rail attachments that just slide in and lock on. They're very cool, Picatinny rail mounts. And then I got a Picatinny rail mount for my GoPro Hero 5 session, the little bitty camera that I've got. So I can now side mount it the same place that I had it on my previous loadout, but now it's attached directly to the helmet, which is really cool. And I currently actually have it in here upside down, but that doesn't really matter. But, yeah, so it does, as you can tell, have the mount up here for either, night vision or, a GoPro, but I didn't want to put it there because then you would lose, the camera would be pointed up when you raised the visor, and I wanted to be able to raise the visor while the camera is still going, in the event that I'm, talking while filming. There is also then a flashlight mount that also just slides in and locks into that existing rail system. It's really quite nifty. Downside is I don't have a flashlight that's the right size. I do have a Picatinny rail mount that I could, because I got two of the Picatinny rail mounts, one for either side and then one for this, and then one that I'm not sure what it was, but it also clipped in like this one did. But I will probably get a flashlight for that at some point for when we're, forever doing night missions, and I either need the light for the mission itself or for dart sweeps afterwards. It comes with all the different padding that you need that all Velcro into place that you can put into your preference. I took some of it out because it was riding a little bit high, and I need to make a thinner replacement. It then has an adjustable strap for forehead and back of the head support, an adjustable chin strap that's really quite nice. There is also plates, additional back of the neck plates that actually attach on here that I should go grab. So these are the rest of the pads. There are ones for side of the head as well as top of the head and back of the head, depending on how much padding you want. Like I said, these were a little bit too thick with this rigid foam here. It would be probably right with just the lighter foam, but I have my own Velcro and foam, so I will make my own inserts to make it fit my head a little bit better. But then there is also this, which attaches right to the back here and gives you a little bit more base of the neck protection. But with the armor that I'm going to be wearing, my heavy armor, which has that thick neck guard, this ends up just kind of getting in the way and snagging on that, so I took it out, and it works beautifully. Now, one concern that I had with this helmet was that it was going to negatively interact with the collar on my heavy armor that I recently added, and it turns out it doesn't much. If you take that back neck plate off, it keeps it from really negatively impacting the back of the head there. And because I made the whole thing adjustable, I was able to loosen the sides, and so it fits down in there fairly comfortably. There's a little bit of binding side to side, and a little bit of binding up, oddly enough not down. But luckily, playing a heavy juggernaut, you generally don't need to be nearly as mobile or be able to look around as much, because you point yourself at the enemy and go. But for the most part, I've got as much movement as I had with any of my other helmets, maybe a little bit less. Could use a little bit more adjustment, and I may try a shorter one. We'll see. But it definitely works, and gosh, if it doesn't fit the look, in my opinion. Just that whole extra super heavy helmet look, I think goes beautifully with the heavy armor. Gorgeous. Need to get that flashlight. It comes with all the necessary tools for replacing, taking this out if you wanted this visor out entirely for whatever reason, or if you wanted to replace it with plexiglass. It said it came with both, and either mine didn't come with the plexiglass one, or I just haven't found it in the box yet because it's hidden sneakily. I'm not sure which. But yeah, you could replace it with a plexiglass one if you preferred, for using it like as a motorcycle helmet or something, or paintball. You obviously, right now it's obviously rigged for airsoft or Nerf. But yeah, I really like this helmet. It's going to go great with my armor. I am now kind of feeling that the rest of my armor needs a bit of an upgrade because it's not quite up to this level, and I think I may need to add some plates or, beef up my gear a little bit, make it a little bit higher tech to match this. What do you guys think? If you have any good ideas for bits that I should get, different shin guards or arm guards or body armor of some kind. I may try to get one of those more rigidly segmented body armor plates that I have seen, just because I think it would look really cool. But yeah, I like it. I'll have the link down in the description to NFStrike, who sent it to me. Thank you so much for this. It's gorgeous. I'm actually going to get to use it this weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I'll get some good video from that event, and you guys will get to see it. You won't get to see the helmet, unfortunately, because the camera's mounted on the side, but you'll get to see some action. Hopefully somebody there will get some good footage of me in action, and I'll be able to add that in. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for this, and thank you guys for watching.